Thanks to EA for sponsoring this video. Hey guys, welcome back to some more Battlefield tips and tricks, and today I want to give you a full beginner's guide to the new Battlefield Battle Royale mode RedSec. Here I will be going over everything you need to know, from the basics to classes to loot and more, so when you jump into the mode you're well prepared. And we start with a few basics. So similar to any other Battle Royale mode, you start into a match of RedSec with nothing but a pistol and a melee weapon. And both can be selected by you in the start screen before a round. So if you prefer a revolver instead of a pistol, you can use this as well. And it's also always your own setup, not any random one. For the melee weapon, you can go with a knife or the hammer, and both have their benefits. With a hammer, you can destroy structures and open new ways to flank, but the knife allows you to run faster when you hold it compared to holding your weapons. Same for the defibrillators and the repair tool of the engineer class. When it's time to jump, one player will always be the jump leader, which means when they jump, everyone else in the squad automatically follows. But you can break away from them during the flight or even jump solo if you want to. And if you are the jump leader and you don't want to have this role, or you don't know where to land your squad, you can pass the leadership to another member of your squad. Once you landed, you will notice that the circle of fire is slowly closing in. And unlike other Battle Royale games, where the circle only moves for a while and then stops again, in RedSec the circle is constantly moving, it never stops. But it's only slowly moving, so you should be able to outrun it at any time, especially with a knife out. After a while, you will also get ring predictions that show on the map how the circle is moving in. And the circle of fire in RedSec is also an actual threat to you, because if you touch it, you instantly die. There is no gas place or zone place possible, and even if it's still a few meters away from you, it will already start to deal damage. So when you see the red skull icon with a distance to the ring, that's when you need to start running. And if the icon starts to fill up, that's when you start to receive damage. If you should die within the first few minutes after the start of a round, no matter if it is because of the circle or because of an enemy or because you underestimated the fall damage of the game, then you still get a second chance, which means you have to wait for 30 seconds and then you redeploy automatically. And this also works even if your whole squad dies, so it's not only active as long as one squad member is alive like it is in other games. But once your second chance is used up or the mechanic is deactivated, the only way to redeploy someone is at a redeploy tower. These are marked on the minimap and in world with this little parachute symbol, and you simply head over, activate it, and then stay close to it until the timer has run out. The more squad mates are inside of its area, the faster you can redeploy your dead ones. And when a squad is using them, it's shown for everyone else on the minimap, alongside the terrible noise they make, so be aware of this and try to cover yourself in smoke. But before you actually die, you still have the chance to be revived by your squad mates. So when you overestimated your skill, you're not out yet, but you're only downed. And in this state, you can try to crawl to safety or towards your teammates, so they might be able to help you. Each of your squad members can get you back up by using the drag and revive mechanic, no matter which class they play, but only the support can revive you with full health and the fastest. And if you find some defibrillators as gadgets, you can revive even faster, also no matter which class you play. One pro tip here: if you down an enemy player and they're crawling around, don't shoot them, but instead walk over to them and do a takedown, at least if it's safe to do so, because this will automatically reveal all of the remaining squad members with a red dot above their heads, and also as red dots on your squad's minimaps. And if you want to learn the basics of this mode in a more relaxed environment, be sure to use the so-called Battle Royale initiation playlist that you can find in the main menu under Training Grounds. Here you play in duos against 46 other real players, but the remaining 52 players are bots, so it definitely gives you more time to look around and learn the mechanics. But now let's move on to the classes and their benefits in RedSec. Because just like the Battlefield 6 main game, RedSec has 4 classes: Assault, Engineer, Support, and Recon, and knowing how to play them and knowing about their role on the battlefield will definitely give you a benefit. So each class is equipped with 2 class-specific gadgets that cannot be replaced and resupply automatically over time. It has a signature weapon category that gives it certain benefits, a unique signature trait that is active all the time, and a training path that unlocks more passive abilities the more points you earn during a match. The only level that is active right from the start is level 0. Additionally, every class carries a thermite sabotage that can be used as a last resort against enemy vehicles. Just press the shown button when close to a tank and the thermite will start to deal damage to the vehicle and its passengers over time. As for the separate classes, the Assault is the one for storming the front lines, so its class gadgets are the Assault Ladder and the HE Launcher. The ladder can be really helpful in flanking enemies, getting some high ground or bridging some gaps, and the Launcher fires grenades that detonate on impact and deal damage to structures, vehicles, and infantry. Its signature weapons are assault rifles, which means when using them you can switch faster between weapons and you also have a faster sprint to fire speed. Its trait allows you to capture mission objectives or redeploy beacons faster, and its training path level 0 allows you to replate armor 33% faster compared to the other classes. On level 1 it increases your grenades for the HE launcher. On level 2 the HE launcher generates 5 additional sub-explosions on impact, and on level 3 the automatic resupply of the class gadgets is increased by 10%. But this is also the level that is the same for each class. The Engineer is the anti-vehicle class, and here the class gadgets are the repair tool and the aim-guided launcher. The repair tool can be used to repair your squad's vehicles and gadgets and is needed to open safes that you can find across the map. And the aim-guided launcher allows you to guide your missile with the launcher's crosshair. The Engineer's signature weapons are SMGs or PDWs as they're called in RedSec, which improves the hipfire control with these weapons. And the signature trait allows you to take less damage from explosions when close to a vehicle of your squad. And it also prevents enemies from taking your vehicle in case all passengers leave it behind. The training path level 0 allows you to use your launcher as guided missile on all vehicles. Level 1 increases the time it takes for enemies to repair their gadgets and vehicles once you dealt damage to them. At level 2, your launcher's missiles temporarily immobilize a vehicle you dealt damage to, and level 3 again speeds up the automatic resupply of your gadgets. The Support, on the other hand, is the squad's medic and resupplier, and its class gadgets are the supply bag and the smoke grenade launcher. With the supply bag you can give your squad mates health and weapon ammunition at the same time, but no armor plates and no gadget ammunition. And the smoke grenade launcher helps you to conceal your revives or your flanks. And it also breaks all kinds of spottings, but this also counts for the normal smoke grenades. The signature weapons are the LMGs, or MGs like they're called in RedSec, and with these the support has a faster aim down sights time and no sprint speed penalty. The signature trait allows your squad mates to take health and weapon ammunition right from your bag simply by interacting with your backpack, and the training path level 0 increases the amount of armor plates you can carry and the amount of ammunition you can carry. Level 1 allows you to drag and revive down squad mates even faster, and level 2 turns the smoke from your launcher into a healing cloud and also slows down the bleed out of downed squad mates, so be sure to use this. And lastly, there's the Recon, who is the one for reconnaissance, as the name suggests, and its class gadgets are the motion sensor and the recon drone. The motion sensor can be placed and then spots all enemies within its area of effect on the minimap and also with a red dot above their heads and also above or below you, but only when they are moving, and when they walk crouching along the motion sensor they're also not getting spotted. The recon drone, on the other hand, can be sent out and piloted by you to spot enemies around you, on your squad's minimaps and also with a red dot above their heads, but it's also equipped with a bomb that can be dropped on enemies' locations or also on structures and enemy vehicles. Its signature weapons are sniper rifles, which means that recon has a reduced weapon sway, faster rechambering speed, and longer hold breath duration. The signature trait allows you to spot enemies simply by looking at them through your weapon's optic, and the training path level 0 adds the aforementioned bomb to the drone. Level 1 allows you to see an enemy's squad mates through walls shortly after you downed them, and level 2 gives you the ability to self-destruct your recon drone for additional damage. Now, I know this is a lot of information, but classes and their specific roles are really important in Battlefield, and RedSec is no different here. So be sure to select a class that fits your playstyle and that also allows you to work effectively with your squad. But it wouldn't be a Battle Royale if one of the focus points wouldn't be loot. So that's of course a topic here as well. Loot in form of weapons, gadgets and ammunition can be found as ground loot in different locations on the map, mostly on tables or on chairs. But the best way to get your gear are crates, and there's several types of them. The green ones give you weapons and gadgets in gray and green rarity, so very basic ones. The black ones that glow red after opening them give you gear in higher rarity, even up to purple, which is the highest rarity you can get from these crates. And the orange ones with the class symbols are class crates, and these give you equipment specifically for your selected class. So if you play as recon, for example, you will find a sniper rifle, sniper ammunition and a marksman weapon kit in there. So it's always your signature weapon class, a weapon upgrade kit for it, and a gadget from the class's gadget pool. Weapon upgrade kits are needed to upgrade any kind of weapon up to purple rarity and can simply be used directly from the crate by holding the upgrade button. Or you pick it up, then open your inventory and hover over the weapon with the little arrows on it, then press the upgrade button, which is space on PC, X on PlayStation or A on Xbox, and select which upgrade you want. But if you want to know more about this, I've already done a full video on this topic that you can find in the info box. Back to the loot, you can also find more gear by opening the back of ambulances, sheriff trucks and military vehicles. In the smaller sheriff trucks and ambulances, you will usually find a grey weapon, a grenade or gadget and an armor plate. So if you're in need of armor plates, definitely check these trucks. And in the military vehicles, you will find a blue or purple weapon and a gadget. And in the bigger trucks, you usually get some anti-vehicle gear like AT mines, rocket launchers or mortars. And where you can also get rare loot from are safes that you can find inside houses. These can only be opened with the repair tool of the engineer, and normally gives you one of these intel cases that give you and your squad additional career XP when you pick them up, but you can also find those in all kinds of other locations across the map, so keep an eye open for them. The safes, however, also give you 1 or 2 blue or purple weapons and also gadgets, call-ins and drops. Drops can be used to get additional weapons, ammunition or anti-vehicle gadgets, so if you find one, just throw it down and use it, because one of your squad mates definitely needs something from them. But all of these drops also come down randomly on the map, especially the anti-vehicle drops that come down more frequently towards the end of a match. So be sure to always check your maps and your surroundings for the specific icons in case you need anything. And the call-ins like airstrikes or smoke barriers can be pointed at any location on the map and are incredibly useful when fighting another squad, trying to get an enemy out of a building, or simply to create a smoke barrier to move unseen. So I would recommend that each member of a squad has one of those in their pockets. And then there's also even better gear in the highest rarities, or cards to get access to a vehicle, and drops that will give you your own weapons. And some of this can still be found randomly on the map, but others can only be get as rewards for completing a mission. Missions start to pop up on your map shortly after you started into a match, and they're always bound to a certain location. So when you see this notification below your compass on the top of the screen, simply open the big map, and on the right hand side there will be at least one mission you can accept. Normally there are several you can scroll through, and each mission has a different type and also different rewards. And once a mission was completed, a mission drop is coming down with the rewards that were promised in a briefing. So be sure to properly check the briefing and what kind of rewards you need, because sometimes you only get some call-ins like an airstrike or a UAV, but there's also missions with higher tier loot like golden weapons, custom weapon drops, or a vehicle access card. So if your goal is to get a tank, look specifically for the missions that grant you this card, and once you got the card, you head over to a vehicle trailer, activate it, and wait for it to open. And once you got it, always keep an eye out for these resupply stations, because these will fully repair your vehicle and will replenish its ammunition, so they're crucial in keeping your vehicle alive and also ready to fire. So if your gunner says they're running out of ammo, then be sure to head over to one of these supply stations to replenish them. One thing you should know about missions though is that they're always bound to a location, so you can see a distance marker as well in the briefing, which means that when you accept the mission and then you move too far away from it, the mission counts as failed automatically. But how do you get your custom weapon loadouts? This is the last topic for this video. Well, first of all, you can get custom weapon drops as rewards from missions that come down automatically after completing the mission, but you can also find them randomly on the map, because at some point during a match they start to drop down. So keep an eye open for this message right here on your screen, and then check for this marker here on the minimap and try to get to the weapon drop before the enemies do. Then you can select one of the weapons from your favorites category. But of course this also means that before you start into a match, you should add some of your weapons and some of your weapon builds to your favorites. But you can always only get one single weapon from a drop, which means if you want another one, you need to find a second custom drop. But I've also included this topic in the video about the weapon upgrades, so again, if you want to learn more about this, be sure to check out this video as well. And I think that was enough for now. I think this was a lot of information already, and definitely all of the things you need to know when you start playing RedSec. If you have any more tips, let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. And I'm gonna see you in the next one. I'm the Catwoman, and you are awesome.